Hello, I'm Connor.
I'm Nolan.
And I'm Shannon.
And welcome to Degen Bets, episode number 3, NFL Week 3. We got some big stuff to talk about this week. Before we get into it, make sure you guys go give us a follow, a like, and a subscribe on all of our stuff. It is in the Who Are You universe, so make sure you guys go check out the @Who Are You Pod page on everything on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, I just said Facebook again. What else? TikTok. That was the one I was missing. Everything on there for our little clips and everything. Make sure you guys check out the YouTube channel. It's going to be Who Are You podcast, and make sure you guys go to our playlist to find Degen Bets on there. But as I said, it's been an interesting week.
Very interesting week.
We had a bet hit this week.
Thank God.
Yeah, so everybody in the comments can just get off our ass. I don't want to hear it anymore. There was a lot of TikTok comments that were haters on me, and they were loving you on a lot of them, to be honest.
I appreciate that, and they did not hit, but
hey,
thanks, guys. Let
me see which one it was that hit this week. It was a solid bet. It was like a quick little $17, not a world beater, but
it was something after.
It's better than nothing
on week 1.
That's what I'm saying. So let me see here. All right, so the one that hit was my 6-leg money line parlay. It was Ravens beating the Browns, Bills beating the Jets, Lions beating Chicago, Cardinals beating the Carolina Panthers, Bucks beating Houston. We got lucky with that one.
That was a good-ass game.
It was a solid game. And then the Chargers beating Las Vegas. What was it, $2, won $17. So, a solid week. So
something.
I just wanted to make sure we started out the show with that right there. So it was a good week.
Yeah. Thank God, yeah.
Yeah, man. So it was solid. And what'd you go last week on? We were going down the list of everything, obviously.
So for my week 2 slate, I went 12-3.
12-3.
12-3, not too bad.
No, that's solid. I went for 11 for 15 on mine. There was a couple there that I lost. It was what? Let me see here. It was Minnesota beating Atlanta. They did win that. And the Giants should have won.
They should have won.
The Giants should have won.
That was a crazy game.
That was actually a game that ended up being a barn burner.
Absolutely no defense whatsoever.
No. When Dak Prescott's thrown for damn near 300 yards,
Shit, I think Russell Wilson, he might have broken his passing yards per game record.
It was like 450 yards.
It was insane.
He was throwing just moon balls to anywhere he could throw that ball to. Who else? Pittsburgh lost last week, tough, and then Jacksonville. To all NFL referees, that was not a pass interference call.
Definitely not.
That was not a pass interference call.
Dave Portnoy said it wasn't. So it was.
King Dave. Yeah. But that happened. Jaguars, it was an interesting week last week. Obviously, there was a big injury. Joe Burrow going down.
Turf toe, baby.
Turf toe, and apparently it was a full rip. So to explain a little bit about turf toe, because I've always heard it, and it sounds like a cutesy little injury, right?
Never knew what it was.
It doesn't sound like something that could really fuck up your season. Mm-hmm. And apparently it's the tendon on the bottom of your big toe, at least with his, became separated or ripped, so he can't bend. So kind of like how my fingers are bending, his toes can't bend, and every time he tries to plant his foot and move, it was like a real bad injury. And apparently he has to get surgery. He's out for 3 months, aka the rest of the season.
Oh,
Turf Burrow, man. I feel
Turf
bad.
Burrow.
Bad,
that's tough.
That's tough because I have him in fantasy in one of my other leagues.
I do too.
Yeah,
and it was of course
so that fucking sucks.
Of course, it's the week I start him, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go down." Unfortunately, the Jaguars did lose that game. We let Browning come in again. It happens so much. I remember the last time this happened. It was a year or two ago. Not funny enough, but Shannon had gotten into a car accident, and I remember being in the room with her while she was getting checked out, and she had already gotten her x-rays, so we're just sitting there waiting to be discharged, and I had the game on my phone, we're sitting there watching it, and Browning came out and beat our ass after Burrow went down, and that was the same game that Lawrence,
he messed up his ankle, I think, too.
And they wouldn't bring out the cart for him. They made this man walk a country mile.
Only in Jacksonville, bro. That was bad. They were getting clowned on ESPN 24/7 after that.
No, it was tough, but there were some really good games this week. What were some ones that you watched that you were a fan of?
So I did pick Kansas City to win, but Kansas City versus the Philadelphia this week was a pretty damn good game, and so many more people now are hating on the tush push.
Yeah, that is it's a big topic right now, Shan. They tried to vote it out this year, saying it's an illegal play.
I'm gonna have to change my name.
Oh yeah, Shannon is the tush pushers.
Even though none of my guys do that, but
nothing wrong with that. But no, dude, they're trying to. Everyone's also talking shit too, saying it's a rugby play. And then the left tackle from Philadelphia, who I think is Australian, got pretty pissed off about that comment.
Yeah, what's his freaking name?
Mailata, I believe.
Yeah, Mailata, yeah. He's a big motherfucker, too.
Dude, I wouldn't be talking shit to him. Dude.
No, I wouldn't say a word to him either.
Fuck no, dude.
But the only thing is, though, that I do somewhat agree with a lot of the complaints is the guys always are either offsides or they start. Like, false start almost every game.
Yeah.
But that's every play. Like, every play there's holding. Every play there's some kind of penalty that you could call depending on how much of an asshole ref you're going to be. Because I'm sure we see plays all the time when we're watching football. Like, that's a hold there, and then nothing gets called, and it's a big play kind of thing.
Affects the whole entire game.
Exactly.
Well, it's all about the angle and if they're positioned to see it well enough.
These refs are paid. There's a script. You remember that was the biggest
like
conversation?
WWE, but the NFL.
That'd be wild. That'd be wild.
Suck, bro.
They get a list of all the games, who's meant to win and who's meant to lose.
Yeah. But before we get into all the games this week coming up, Shannon, do you remember the Would You Rather question you asked me?
I do.
So we wanted to ask Nolan this on the pod because Shannon asked me this on the Who Are You? And it was actually a really good question. A lot of people on TikTok and Instagram and everything were talking about it with us. So a lot of good comments. So go ahead, Shannon. What was the Would You Rather?
So would you rather be an NFL running back and be in for a full drive? You have to get the ball each run.
Okay.
Or would you rather be a punt/kick returner, but you can't call fair catch? You have to run for
I'll be
2 plays.
a running back all day.
So the drive is 4 plays and the kick punt return is 2 plays.
No, because if I'm a punt returner or kick returner and I can't call fair catch and my whole body is exposed, like my whole abdomen, everything's hanging out, and then you just get speared, fuck that. No.
Yep.
I would gladly run down the middle every single play.
That's what I said, dude. I said the same thing.
Dude.
Because, like, the scariest thing is you're like this.
I know.
And then there's a guy who's trying to make the team, basically.
I mean, they're running full speed at your ass,
Yeah.
dude, and I'm just stationary.
Well,
It's the whole team running at you.
Well, she also brought up the fact about, like, on kick return, like, the new kick return rules where they can't start running at you until you catch the ball. I'm like, they still have like 30 yards ahead of you that they're running downhill.
Full speed.
Like, still ready to kill you.
No, kick return wouldn't be as bad, but at punt return would be really bad.
I've seen some of these guys get murdered on kick return, so that would be my own thing. But I'm glad you agree, because there were some guys on TikTok saying, "Oh no, it'd be punt returner." I'm like, dude, you'd be dead. You click on their page and it's some like either 400-pound guy or it's some other person that doesn't have a freaking picture of themselves, so some bot or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're out of your damn mind. They're like, no, I'd catch the ball and just run out of bounds. I'm like, shut your ass up.
Put me in the backfield.
100%.
I'm running, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you can't just cheat. You gotta play the play.
People on the internet, but I just thought that was a funny, actually really good Would You Rather. It was funny. Yeah. I also asked her on the Who Are You? Would you rather? Would you rather cut your arm off with a pocket knife? No numbing, nothing.
Pocket knife.
Nothing. Or grow 6 udders for the rest of your life.
Working udders.
Working udders, functional.
So I got to like milk them and when they get sore and whatnot. Dude.
I mean, we're dudes. We already kind of milk ourselves.
That's true. Yeah. Ooh, I'm cutting my arm off, dude.
Really? No numbing with a pocket knife?
Yeah.
How are you gonna get through that bone?
I mean, I don't want to have 6 udders hanging from my stomach, dude.
Wrap them up.
I was telling her.
Imagine you can't even take your shirt off at the beach or the pool. We live in Florida, dude. That would look disgusting. You know damn well, like if you say in the future, like we have kids and shit, you would not let your kids go out to the beach with a dude out there walking around with udders on his head.
I would never leave the house.
I wouldn't either.
If I had that,
I told Shannon, I was like, dude, I could always have cream for my coffee. I can make Connor cheese.
That's disgusting, dude.
That's what I said.
Giraffe cheese.
I was like, that's just not right.
100%. No, that's funny. That's funny.
I'll cut my arm off with a dull-ass pocket knife for sure, yeah.
I told her, I was like, I mean, the Swiss Army knives, they had the saw blade.
Out probably before you
everybody's
arm off.
100% we're dead.
But I don't want that shit on my stomach, dude. No, thanks, dude.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, so let's get into the games. So this week's a pretty full slate. There's some interesting games.
A lot of good games.
A lot of good games. So, Shannon, you're the mediator for us. So
Yes, I am.
If you want to go ahead with the first game of the week.
First game of the week, we got the Jets versus the Buccaneers.
What do you think, Nolan?
So this game, I'm going to keep rocking with Baker. I love Baker Mayfield. As I said before this, if the Jags have a bad year, I'm going to buy every Tampa Bay Buccaneers jersey that they have available. Definitely Baker. So when I wrote this down, the spread was at -6.5.
Yep, that's what I got.
And so they're playing the Jets. So Fields is going to be out. So Tyrod Taylor is going to be playing.
Yeah.
But I could see them covering that. But I wouldn't bet on that, though, to be honest with you. I would just bet on money line for Tampa Bay on this one.
I like it. And I do, even with Tyrod Taylor being in, I still think it will probably be a decently high-scoring game. Because I feel like Tampa Bay has a decent defense, but I feel like they still also give up a lot of points. I do agree, Tampa Bay 100% wins the game. Over-under, I'm going to say over for the 43.5 at the time that I read it. I don't know what you had there. Mine was also plus or minus 6.5. I wouldn't even touch the spread, to be 100% honest. I would leave that alone.
And I want to say this is Tampa Bay's home opener, too, of the year. I think they've been on the road the first 2 weeks.
Oh, they're going to be shooting off the cannonballs?
I think so, yeah.
Dude, so before we get to the next game, I saw someone created an AI, like if they like wanted to recreate these stadiums and stuff, it showed them having like an actual like lake with the actual pirate ship in there.
I saw those.
Did you see
those
that?
Those were sweet.
And there was the one with the Ravens where it looked like an old cathedral with like the stained glass and everything. Have you seen the video?
I have not.
I'll look it up later and show it to you. It was a cool like rendition of like they all changed their things to like match what their city really looked like, kind of thing. It was pretty sick. It was pretty sick.
Okay. So moving on to the next game, we have the Texans versus the Jags.
CJ Stroud is washed.
You think he's washed?
I think he's washed. I think he is washed. Their defense hasn't really been showing up as much as everybody was talking about at the beginning of the season as well. Even with that, especially with what's going on with the Jags, there's still, I feel like, a good feeling out point right now. I am taking Jacksonville. Obviously, we all know I'm a Jags fan.
I don't blame you for that.
I think this is a big divisional game where there's going to be a lot more of a chess. It's going to be a lot more of a chess match between the two teams. I think Lawrence is going to get their part figured out. I hope he doesn't throw the ball to BTJ at all.
Some hospital balls.
I don't hope he doesn't get a single ball after what he did last week.
What?
No, I hope he doesn't get a single ball. Like, dude, after what he did last week, if you threw a ball and there was a defender 6 feet away or 20 feet away from him, he was curling up. Like, he didn't look like he wanted to play football last week. And ETN has been on a nice little run. The offensive line for the Jags has actually been pretty decent compared to the past 20 years of us watching. So I will say Jacksonville wins this game. Over under, I think it is going to be over the 43.5 is what I had at the time of me checking out the bets. The spread, I'll take the spread.
So when I wrote this down, my spread was at -2. What is yours at right now?
Mine's at minus 1.5.
So this game really is going to be a toss-up. Like, both these teams know each other really well. I'm going to ride with Jacksonville, obviously. But the thing is, too, Jacksonville, I believe they have the second best rushing team so far. They're leading. I think they're leading the second in the league in rushing yards.
We have some of the most rushing yards, and I think our defense has the most takeaways in the NFL currently, with like interceptions and everything. So Jacksonville's defense has been pretty good. Yeah. You know, we've seen the guys come out there. They've actually held up very well. It's just our offense needs to get on the right page and start catching some balls. ETN, I was hating on him before this year, to be honest with you. I'm like, when we got rid of Bigsby, I was like, trade ETN. I thought, wait.
He knew it was time to turn up, dude.
Well, he's also healthy. I think that's the biggest thing. And we have an offensive line that's actually moving people. So I think ETN's going to have a big game here. We'll see what Brian Thomas Jr. does. I hope he learns that, he is an NFL receiver, so you are going to get hit a couple times. De'Ami Brown, I hope he doesn't drop a fucking ball in the end zone again. No, wide open end zone. But I'm still riding with the Jaguars.
Okay. So next up, we have the Rams versus, what is that, the Steelers?
They're playing the Eagles this week.
Oh, that's an H.
Sorry. Sorry, she's reading my handwriting, my childlike handwriting.
My bad. So the Rams versus
the Eagles. Yes, ma'am. Eagles. This is going to be a really good game.
I agree.
I'm really excited for this. I saw this one stat where in the last 11 games, the Rams have only lost 2 of them, and both of those games they lost were against the Eagles.
Oh, okay.
One in the playoffs last year, and then in the regular season last year.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the underdog on this. I'm going with the Rams at +3.
Okay.
I like Matthew Stafford a lot.
I do too.
I like Puka Nacua. I like Devontae Adams. I really like him, but this is kind of a toss-up too, but I'm going to ride with the Rams.
Yeah, so when it comes to that, I'm riding with Philadelphia because I feel like they've kind of come out just like they did last year. They're not always the most pretty games, but they still find a way to get it done. Also, Saquon's just still being Saquon. He's still running that ball. He's still getting points. He's a very dual threat running back where he can run and catch the ball. I need AJ Brown to start catching some fucking balls too.
They got to start throwing it more. They're not. Dude.
Yeah, so Jalen Hurts has the lowest amount of passing yards in the league right now, but they're still 2-0. It's the craziest thing. I think he has 245 total passing yards. That's a single game for some people. It's usually
Yeah.
him.
They just dominate the time of possession, and they run the ball when they play their own style of football.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool to see.
It is.
For a fan, I would say it's not, because I want to see 50-yard bombs, 60-yard bombs constantly.
That's all of us, though. Like we want to see the big plays, but they play just good fundamental football. Their offensive line is, if not the best, one of the best in the whole league. They have just straight monsters. These dudes are 6'8", 300 and something pounds that are just moving whatever's in front of them. I say Philadelphia wins this game. The over-under at my time was 44.5.
Same.
Yeah, so I don't know if Pittsburgh's going to score that much. That's the thing. But I feel like Philly's defense has been the best this year, though. Like Cooper DeJean's gone left. He's gotten trucked a couple times. We'll have to see if Rodgers is feeling up to it this week. Or what?
Did you say Pittsburgh?
You meant Rams.
Rams. I'm sorry. I was reading. Excuse me.
I was gonna let you roll with it, dude.
No, you're good. So the defense for the Rams has actually been pretty decent this year.
They have a really good defensive line.
They do have a good defensive line. So it'll just depend on really if they hold up Saquon and if they make them force them to throw the ball, which I hope they do. Personally,
this is a 1:00 game. That kind of sucks. I would rather have this be 4 p.m. Eastern.
I feel like a lot of our freaking primetime games this year are weird. Like last night's game was not the best in my opinion.
Yeah, I wasn't really happy with that one.
Yeah, it was just but it was still crazy to see Miami come out there and kind of compete with the Bills.
Actually try.
Yeah, actually try.
Yeah.
Did you see that video of Mike McDaniels where they were saying that he sounded drunk when he was doing his press conference?
Oh, no, I didn't see that yet.
What?
Oh gosh.
What did he say?
Well, I saw a video. I don't know if it was this press conference. I assume it was, but he was like, "To win, you got to win."
Oh, I did see
and
that.
if you lose, that's how you lose, or something like that.
I
I was
shit.
like,
Here,
what?
Here, let me see. You sent it to me, right, Shannon?
Yeah, I think so.
For everybody here, this is what he was saying. 1 second.
To win games, you have to win the game, not lose the game, honestly. And that is how you lose the game. To win games, you have to win.
So
Sounds like he's getting held hostage or some shit.
I think he is in the deepest part of hell he's ever been in, dude.
Yeah.
Like he looks bad. He looks like down.
He's not sleeping, bro.
Yeah, dude. See.
Yeah.
So this is just me. Obviously, there's other pressures that he's getting. But if I just made like, how much money do you, the thing that's crazy about coaches, we don't even know how much they make. It's not like public, like an NFL player. So a lot of coaches, we don't know how much these guys are getting paid. I know these motherfuckers making hundreds of millions of dollars, bro. I'm not losing an ounce of sleep.
Fuck no,
I'm not losing an ounce.
Yeah.
I would go to bed after a hard loss and be like, sleep
That's
up.
why you're not the coach.
That's right. And I would sleep in my bamboo sheets in my $1 million mansion and not even think twice about what just happened. You can drag me on the internet all you want. I would be like, man, it is what it is.
I mean, he's the head coach of Miami. You know he's having fun at night.
Yeah. I was like, hey, let me know how work is tomorrow.
For real, yeah.
All right. And what was the next game, Shannon?
Next game, we have the Packers versus the Browns.
I'll take it. I would love to see Cleveland get the upset, but there's no chance in hell of
You're
that
out of
happening.
your goddamn mind, yeah.
Green Bay could play all their second stringers, and they would still probably win this game. So when I wrote this down, my spread was at -7.5. I would take that spread, honestly, on that.
Yeah.
I can't see Cleveland scoring more than 10 points, to be honest with you, against Green Bay's defense. And my over-under right here is at 42.
Okay.
I would go with the under on this just because I don't think Cleveland's going to be able to score at all.
Yeah, I was kind of the same side of you. Mine was 41.5 at the time. I would say under on that 100%. Unless Green Bay just literally goes out there and scores 43 points or 42 points on them, that would really be the only thing that I feel like they could actually get that. Green Bay definitely wins this game. They're one of those teams that's a juggernaut out there right now that I don't see anybody stopping them currently. Mm-hmm. They're we made our distinctions on who we thought was going to win this year. Green Bay might be that sneaky team, man.
I wish I would have picked them.
Yeah, because I still have Buffalo winning the Super Bowl this year, and I still stand on that, to be honest with you. Josh Allen out there breaking his nose and everything, and still coming in there and beating people's
football.
Yeah, dude. Shout out Dalton Kincaid. Thank you for 17 points last night.
Yeah, shout out Dalton.
Shout out Dalton.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Green Bay wins this game 100%.
Okay, and next up we have this. Now we have Steelers versus the Patriots.
All right, so on this one, I have Pittsburgh winning this game.
Okay.
New England's one of those scrappy teams. They're sneaky, but after seeing them kind of struggle against the Miami Dolphins, I think they're a little suspect personally. At my time, it was 44.5 at the over-under. I think this could be a high-scoring game, to be honest with you. So I would take the over on that. And then the spread at my time was plus or minus 1.5. I think you take that spread. You know, it's 1.5 points.
Yeah.
It's 1.5 points. Like, what are we talking about? Anything with like 1 to 2 points, I take that.
I agree, and I think this is going to be a super high-scoring game. Both these defenses are not very good. Haven't played very well so far through 2 games, and I think the Steelers, they spent the most money on their defense, and they look like shit.
Well, most of that money was just for really 2 players.
TJ Watt, this could be the week he like officially goes off. He could have like 3 sacks or something like that.
Yeah, TJ Watt and then Jalen Ramsey too. Yeah,
Ramsey, yeah.
I always forget that he's on that team now until like what was it, week 1 where he made
He had that big hit on Garrett Wilson to end the game.
That was tough.
That was tough, but like they also gave up like 32 points to the Jets.
Exactly. Let's say with Justin Fields, who's been on how many teams now? 5, 6 of them. So no,
He's a good guy though, man.
He is. I'm not hating on him as a personally in any way, shape, or form. It's just you know, some people are built for football and shit, man. If I could keep getting contracts, I'd bounce around as many teams as you need me to go to.
But this game, this is a total coin toss to me. I'm going with Pittsburgh on this. Mine was at minus 1.5 as well. I would take the spread on that.
Yeah.
Just the defenses suck.
That's it. So we're taking the over on the 44.5.
Exactly. Yeah.
I like it.
All right. Moving on is the Colts versus the Titans.
The Colts have absolutely blown my mind through the first 2 weeks of the season. I don't know if like Indiana Jones.
That's what I'm saying. His name, Indiana Jones, man. He's fucking
and
lit.
He's looking nice, bro. Dude.
He is, bro.
He's playing like really good. They have a really good their rookie tight end too has been balling out. Jonathan Taylor's been playing well. They got good wide receivers. Defense is looking really good. I'm going with Indianapolis on this. And then this is at Tennessee. Cam Ward only his 3rd ever game ever.
Yeah.
He's a rookie, so he's going to go through some trials and tribulations, obviously, through the whole entire season, but Indianapolis all day. My over-under was at 43.5. I would go on the over on this just because Colts' offense is looking really good, and I'm sure Tennessee could at least squeak out 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I agree on the whole spread, whole thing there. Indianapolis really has been that team. I have a couple buddies who are Indy fans, and I was talking shit to them. I was like, they're not going to do shit this year. And to be honest, Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones is coming out.
Diamond, bro.
I would say he's been whipping that ball. And to be honest with you, you'll see as our bets come up. I would say I'm betting on him this week.
Okay,
it's going to be to be honest with you, I think Indianapolis is going to beat their ass. I think they're going to beat the dog shit out of them. So I think the over 100%. Like who's on the Titans defense? Can you name a single?
They have Simmons, one of their defensive linemen, where I feel bad he's in Tennessee. He should be playing for the Eagles and shit.
Yeah.
But besides that, I can't really name anybody.
That's what I'm saying. So now I agree with you on the full slate there.
All right. So next up, we have the Falcons versus the Panthers.
Another one. Another ass beating is looming.
Beat their fucking ass.
Yeah. Atlanta wins this game 199%. I would say, just in case. I'm just going to say 99%.
This would be the 1% they don't.
This is the bullshit that like people like clip this on the internet and start talking shit to me.
This is the one leg on that parlay that doesn't hit.
I'd be so pissed. ATL wins this game. Atlanta Falcons. Over-under is 44. Ooh, that's the only thing. It's a high scoring, and we got to think Carolina's going to score a touchdown or 2.
They might get some garbage points.
Yeah. So I'm going to say... I'm going to take the bet here and go under, to be 100% honest. I'm going to go under just because you never know what happens. Obviously, Kyle Pitts has actually been doing really well, one of your fantasy boys, right?
That's true.
So he's been doing good. We'll see what he does this week.
The Pitts, man.
Bijan, to be honest with you, like before last season, I didn't really watch too much Atlanta Falcons football. And last week, I actually caught one of the games.
He's good. Bro.
It's crazy
how fast he is.
When he cuts, dude,
he's twitchy, dude.
Like he'll like I saw him cut in front of 4 different people and just like make them miss. It was crazy to see what that man can do.
Breaking ankles.
Yeah, 100%. Spread is at my time plus or minus 4.5. I don't know if I even touched that, to be honest with you. What do you think?
I'm going to take Atlanta's spread. So mine was at -5. I would take. They're going to beat the shit out of the Panthers, dude.
Okay.
I feel so bad for Bryce Young. It's kind of like the beginning of Trevor Lawrence's career. Where he got drafted. I think he was first overall as well to just a really bad franchise and had no help around him. I just feel bad for him, man.
But he makes some bad decisions though too. Like
but he's got no help, dude.
That's true.
He's got no line, bro. They got no running game really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have Hubbard.
I mean,
they have Hubbard. They have Legette's been looking terrible this year.
Yeah, that too, man.
But they also have that new wide receiver. What's his freaking name?
Don't they have the other ETN?
They do.
Yeah,
Funny
they
enough that
do,
you even say that. Yes, they do. What's the new wide receiver's name on their team? The guy from freaking Arizona.
From Arizona.
The Hawaiian guy. McMillan.
McMillan.
Yeah, McMillan.
The rookie. Yeah.
Yes, the rookie.
Yeah.
He's been going the fuck off, to be honest with you. But no, 100% ATL wins, or Atlanta wins this game.
I like this one. The over-under's at 43.5. I would go with the under on this because Atlanta does have a really good defense. I don't think Carolina's going to score more than 10, 13 points.
I agree with you on that. Speeding, awaiting.
Yes.
All right. Next up, we have the Bengals against the Vikings.
I like this game a lot. So JJ McCarthy is out this week for the Minnesota Vikings, and Carson Wentz will be starting.
Yep.
I believe this is his sixth team in almost 6 years. Something crazy like that. It might be like 5 or 6 different teams in a 6-year span. But I'm rocking with the underdogs on this. I'm taking Cincinnati at +3. They might even win by more than 3 points. Who knows? And then the over-under is at 42. I would take the over on this just because they have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. Their offense is pretty good. I feel like anybody could really play quarterback on the Bengals, bro. I mean, you're going to get hurt because there's no O-line.
Well, Justin Jefferson's still out there, too, for
That's true, too.
For the Vikings.
That's true, too.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed if I was him, honestly.
100%.
I want to go somewhere with a good QB.
I'd want to go. Let me go to Cincinnati real quick.
Yeah.
Can you imagine T. Higgins, Justin Jefferson, and freaking what's his name, Jamar Chase on one
That
team?
wouldn't be fair.
That'd be disgusting.
But then there'd be no money for anybody else on that team, bro.
Linemen are
It'd be a 3-man team.
You'd be
linemen.
signing dudes off the street, like paying for playing for free.
Oh, 100%. And Joe Burrow on that team.
Yeah.
And half those guys have been freaking teammates. Mm-hmm. Because what
They know how to
was
work
Jefferson?
together.
Jefferson was a teammate
So they were all on the 2019 LSU national championship team.
stacked teams.
Insanely stacked, bro.
No, I agree with you. I think Cincinnati wins this game. Browning, man, he's one of those guys. He's one of those backups that you can kind of trust. He may throw 2 or 3 interceptions, but he'll also sling that ball 50 yards downfield and get you a touchdown real quick.
He's not a horrible quarterback. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a chance at some other team that doesn't have a quarterback.
I think him starting, he's 4-1 as a backup. I think that's why they keep him around, because they know, like, with most of these guys, right? Like whenever Trevor Lawrence got hurt last year and we had the Jacksonville kid come in and play, I had no hope. There was
Mac Jones.
Yeah, there's no hope. Even though he balled out with San Francisco, I will give him that.
Yeah.
I had no hope for him whenever he was playing with the Jags, or over the years. C.J. Beathard, terrible. I remember when Lawrence got hurt in that Cincinnati game.
Yeah, when he was walking into the locker room.
And then his first play, C.J. Beathard gets in. First play, he runs the ball, fumbles it 5 yards ahead of him. We luckily land on it, but I was like, okay. I was like, we're fucked.
Biggest oh shit moment.
Yeah, no, 100%. Cincinnati wins this game. I do think it's going to be a close game. I'll take the over on that as well at 42 points, because I think this is going to be a very high-scoring game, 100%. Oh, we have our little.
He's made a presence.
This is our Bengal cat right here.
Yeah.
This is Joe Burrow.
Yeah, say Joe Burrow. Except this one can actually he can move his feet.
He doesn't have turf toe.
All right. Next up, we got Raiders going against the Commanders.
You want to take this one?
I'll take this one. All right. So, what was it? You said Raiders
versus Commanders.
So, I think this is one where we see Marcus Mariota come out and show us why he's still in the NFL.
I hope, man. I love Marcus Mariota.
I do too, man. Even when he was on the Titans and he played at Oregon, he was a crazy player to watch. And when he was
Heisman,
he did. One of the was he the first Hawaiian player to win the Heisman?
He might have been.
I think he was. It was a huge. Obviously, anybody who wins the Heisman is a big deal, but that was a pretty big deal for him. He's not a different quarterback than Jaden Daniels is. Like, he can throw the ball, but he's also a runner. He can run that ball just like the dual threat that Jaden Daniels is. He's one of those guys where he can like fake the throw and then just run 15 yards down the field and you're not catching him.
That is true. They are pretty similar, so they won't have to change their offensive scheme as much.
Exactly. Like that. So that's why I was thinking on that. Also, it's not like he doesn't have people to throw to. He has a McLaurin, which Shannon has been wanting him to get the ball a lot more.
He's due for a big week.
I think Debo's taking his spot. I think Debo's that new guy, man. Yeah. He's one of those dudes where they can run him in a jet sweep or they can run him across the middle and he'll still break off a 40-yard run because he's still quick.
He needs a break sometimes, okay? And that should go to McLaurin.
That should go to
They'll
McLaurin.
get cooking, bro. It's only 2 weeks, man. They're going to spread the ball out more.
So I think Washington wins this game. When it comes to the over-under, at my time of checking this out, it was 43.5. I think this will actually be... I think it's going to be under. To be honest with you, because Geno was throwing freaking interceptions left and right. He was seeing ghosts when he was out there, man.
I don't know what. Like, he's really downgraded, to be honest.
Which is kind of crazy because the Raiders aren't terrible. They don't have a terrible team. They have a decent defense. They got Jacoby Myers out there. They got Brock Bowers. Yeah, Bowers is still playing, right? He was injured.
He's a little banged up.
Yeah.
I mean, his knee's not healthy right now, but once it does get healthy, their team's going to look way different.
Ashton Genty's still there. They're going to start giving him the ball more. That was like a big emphasis when they did their practice interviews after they're done with practice for the day. Genty literally stood up on the post and was like, I want the ball. Give me the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Like I didn't. Why would you draft me at such a high draft order? High pick to not give me the ball. So I think it's gonna be an interesting game. I do think Washington's defense is gonna kind of hold them up a little bit. So that's why I'm gonna go the under. The spread at that time was ±3. Yeah. So what was it? Washington's minus 155 on that. So yeah, I would take the -3 or. Was that +3? Excuse me, I'm getting confused here.
Yeah, I thought you said minus.
You do -3.
-3, pardon me. Yep, so the -3 on that, that's how I would go for that.
This is another game where this could like fuck up your parlay. I would stay away from this game.
Yeah.
Just because Mariota could come out and ball, or he could regress and look really bad.
That's true.
I'm thinking that Washington's going to win.
Yeah.
Just with how the Raiders have been playing lately. So I'm going with Washington on that, but I would take Las Vegas at +3.
Okay.
And then the over-under, you said under, right?
I did say under.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not seeing I think the Raiders only scored 9 points, I think, on Monday night last week. So it's going to be around that same. So I would go with the under on that.
Yeah, and shout out Jacoby Myers. He won me that game. I was down like 5 points, and he got like 6 points. I was like, thank you, sir.
We're rooting for you in this house.
Thank you, Jacoby.
You're a good guy, Jacoby.
Yes, you're a good man. You're a good man.
Okay, so next up we got the Broncos versus Chargers.
This is my game of the week right here.
Oh, okay.
I think this is going to be a sick game.
It will be good for sure.
Yeah.
Herbert's probably going to be MVP by the end of this season the way he's balling out.
That's what I'm saying. Until he gives me a reason not to, I say the Chargers win this game.
Okay.
I think they win this game. I also think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think at my time it was 46 over-under. I think over 46 points in this game because I think Bo Nix is going to start coming out there and trying to really sling that ball. Peyton is not going to let them just keep you in their ass beat kind of thing.
Nah,
his
ego's too big to let that happen.
He's going to start doing the freaking injury.
The bounty gate?
Yeah, the bounty gate.
He had killed Brett Favre?
Yeah. So Sean Payton for you, Shannon. He's the head coach of the Broncos. He used to be the head coach of the New Orleans Saints, and he got in trouble by the NFL and fined heavily because he would put money bounties on people's heads in the game. He's like, if you hurt him, get him out. Here's like 20 grand.
And they did win the Super Bowl that year.
They did.
So it works.
Well, money's an incentive.
Yep. So I think Chargers win this over the 46 points and what was it, ±2.5. I'm surprised it's kind of that low, to be honest with you. I would feel like it would be a higher spread on this.
Do you think like the Chargers would beat their ass that bad?
I do think that. I think the Chargers win by at least 10 points, personally.
Okay. I could see that too. I'm going with the Chargers as well till they prove me otherwise. I was really high on Denver's defense. They looked really good week 1, and then last week it was just bad. They did lose in a bullshit way, though, because Indianapolis got a second chance to kick that field goal.
Leverage,
which wasn't really leverage.
Yes, it was. He fucking slammed that man. He slammed in the center to the ground, bro. What are you talking about?
Besides that, the Chargers are going to win. I would take their spread at -2.5. I could see them winning by 7 or 10 points, and then I would go with the over on this game too.
100%. 100%.
Okay, well, moving straight on from you mentioning New Orleans, next up is the Saints versus the Seahawks.
Seahawks all day.
This is one I don't even think we have to discuss.
No, you could just skip it.
Yeah, to be honest with you.
I just feel bad for the Saints, man. They
Kamara.
can't get it, dude.
Yeah, man.
His career is getting wasted there, man. And it's a shame.
I mean, he's just making his money, bro.
I mean, that too. I mean, yeah, but I would much rather play for a better team, though, than the Saints.
I would too, man. I think the New Orleans Saints are a dumpster fire, dude. They're just terrible, in my opinion. So what was that? So Seattle definitely winning that.
They got a good running. Seattle's got a really good running game too.
Charbonnet's questionable.
Oh, okay.
So that might hinder them a little bit, but we'll see what happens on that. Over under was at my time was 41.5. Shit, man. That's the thing that's kind of dangerous about this game is just I don't know if New Orleans scores that much. And
I'd go with the under on this.
Yeah, I think under 41.5 on that, 100%.
Okay, moving on then. We have the Cowboys going against the Bears.
Oof. Go ahead, Nolan.
There's going to be absolutely no defense played in this game.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely none. I would take every player prop imaginable for both quarterbacks. 3 touchdowns each, bro. 250 yards each, probably.
Even with the man who paints his nails, you think that man's going to score 3 touchdowns?
Yeah, he'll still ball it. Dallas is horrible. Dude, the Giants scored like 30, what was it, 34, 37 on him.
That's true.
It's horrible.
That's true.
But I'm going with Dallas on this. With all the shit that Dak Prescott gets, he still, at the end of the day, is a pretty good quarterback.
I agree.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
And the spread's at -1, so they don't know who the hell's going to win this. But I would go with Dallas on this, and then the over is at 50.5. Rock the over on this one.
Yeah, I agree with you on this. Like you said, no defense. These guys are just going to be slinging the ball.
This is going to be a fun game to watch.
If you want to see a ball get thrown 60 yards down the field and just say, fuck it, let's see who's down there, that's what this game is.
Someone's down there.
That's what this game's.
So it should be high scoring is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's why he's saying the over. So at the time, it's at 50 points. I do agree with that. So
that's a high over, too.
It is a high over.
High.
But after seeing what happened last week with the Giants and freaking Dallas, dude, yeah, I agree with you on the over on that 100%.
Okay. So then next up is the Cardinals going against the 49ers.
This is kind of a weird game, in my opinion.
They're both 2-0.
They are both 2-0. As we said, is Brock Purdy playing this week?
No, I believe Mac Jones. He did practice, but they're still going with Mac, I believe. At the moment.
Okay. So with this, it's kind of a toss-up game. I will say this. So this is one of those games I'm not the most sure on. I'm going to go with San Francisco on this. Arizona hasn't been playing terrible, to be honest with you. Like, Kyler Murray's been going out there doing his thing. James Conner has been really a good running back, but I think he has a little bit of an injury too, if I remember correctly. I say San Francisco wins this game. I am going to say under on this, to be honest with you. Mine was 44.5 when I was looking up at the games. I'm going to say under that because I think this is going to be more of a defensive battle, really. Arizona's defense is all right. They got Calais Campbell on there. He's 40 years old, still out there trying to
85. Yeah.
Yep. And then what was that? This is one of those toss-up games. It's plus minus 2.5. So it's really, you can kind of go either or on that, in my opinion. What do you think, Nolan?
So I like San Francisco on this one as well. I mean, this is a divisional matchup, so these teams know each other pretty good. Kyler Murray has looked well, like you said.
Yeah,
he's
one of the. He looks like the smallest person.
He's got the little bobblehead.
Yeah, like have you seen when they do the Nickelodeon where they like make the characters and everything? Oh, yeah. He looks like one of the Nickelodeon characters when they do like the Nickelodeon streams because he literally looks like a toddler running up and down the field. He's small. Like
I think that's the one where I made a comment where I was like, "How short are his legs?"
Yeah, but he's fast. He is
so fast.
But he's a little dude. It's funny seeing him like break the pocket and you just see him just like run down the field.
But I just like San Francisco with their head coach Kyle Shanahan. He's just like a quarterback like whisperer, I would say.
He's a guru.
He always has a good offense. He makes quarterbacks look great. I mean, he made the guy that was the last pick in the draft. This guy now has one of the highest contracts in the league in Brock Purdy, man.
Mr. Irrelevant.
You will not see that with any other coaches, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and he got rid of a couple people.
San Francisco all day on this one. Take San Francisco spread at minus 2.5.
Because who did he beat out of there? He beat out Garoppolo. And
one thing they fucked up on was when they got Trey Lance a couple of years before.
That was a player.
They wasted like a really top pick on him. That was bad.
I mean, it's an Ohio State player, so what are you going to do with that? I'm just kidding.
Okay, next up we have the Chiefs going against the Giants.
To be honest with you, the Giants didn't look bad last week. I will say that.
No, there's no way the Giants beat the Chiefs.
Kansas goes 0-3?
The world would end.
Dude, Kansas City would just be like, we're our own country now. We don't want to talk to any of you.
dead in the middle, too, bro.
They say, I don't want to talk to any of you fuckers anymore.
They just build a trench around the whole
thing. That'd be tough. But last week's loss was a tough one, man. last week was when Kelsey basically threw the ball to the defender.
He dropped that like right on the goal line.
Yep.
2-yard goal line type. It was really close.
And they ran that bitch back. I don't hate on Travis Kelsey. I don't hate him personally. I like, he has a good podcast. He's obviously marrying a billionaire. But, the guy gets the interception happens, and he just kind of turns and is like,
it's like, fuck it.
Yeah, he literally didn't even like try to chase the dude down. I'm like, you're going to let
the tackle went and got him.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, holy shit.
Over 300-pound man, you let him chase him down when your big ass can go over there and get him. Like, what are we fucking doing?
Yeah, bro.
I feel like he's one of the kings of giving up.
Kings of giving up.
Kansas City wins this game, in my opinion. I think this is a must-win game for Kansas City. If they do not win this game this week, the narrative is KC is done.
They're in trouble because if the Chargers win, they're playing another team in their division, Denver. They're going to go 3-0 in the division. Kansas City starting 0-3 with just like Rome is burning, man. There's no way they're losing this game. But I will say I'm going to take the Giants at +6 on this. I think it'll be a lot closer than people think.
I agree with you.
But there's still the NFL's not going to allow this to happen.
The script is going to get tore up.
There's no way.
It's already been 3 in a row in 2025
Oh yeah, because the Super Bowl. Yeah,
so.
yeah, the ass beating the Super Bowl. My over under was 45. What'd you have on yours?
45 as well. I'll go with the over on this.
I'm going under.
Okay.
I'm going to go under on this game. Like I said, man, it's just this is one of those games it's a must win for Kansas City. If they don't win, this is going to be
tough.
Like you said, the world is going to burn for them.
Okay, and last but not least, we have the Lions versus the Ravens.
Go ahead, Nolan.
This is the Monday night game.
Yep.
I think this is going to be the game of the week.
Okay.
This is going to be a really good game. I like Baltimore in this just because Lamar Jackson's one of the best players on the planet.
Yeah.
They got Derrick Henry. So the spread at the time I wrote this down, it was at -4.5.
Yep.
That seems like a lot in my opinion. It could be like 3 to win by 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't go with the spread on this. I would just go with Baltimore money line, and then the over under at 52.5. That's pretty damn high. So that means there's got to be no defense played. But then Goff did go crazy. I think he had 5 passing touchdowns last week.
Amon-Ra caught 3.
Yeah. Because then all we have to do is rewind back to week 1 with the Ravens and the Bills, where the Ravens gave up 15 points in the last 4 minutes of the game.
Yep.
They could easily do that shit again.
I agree. No, I agree with you. I think Baltimore wins this game.
Baltimore? Okay.
I think Baltimore wins this game. I do agree with you on the spread. I don't trust the spread at all with this. I think this is going to come down to a last-second field goal, to be 100% honest with you.
This game could be something, too, where the kicker misses a PAT, and it just fucks up the whole spread.
Yeah. Speaking of kickers, man, a lot of kickers have been getting fired. Have you seen see Koo's gone now from Atlanta?
Yeah, that's tough. He was their golden boy for a couple of years.
He was. He's gone. Moody from San Francisco's gone. There's a bunch of, these kickers, man, they've been playing like dog shit this year.
It has not been the season for kickers, that's for sure.
And
other than Little.
Yeah, shout out Little. Over under is at my time was 53. I think over. I think this is going to be a crazy high scoring game. I think I
like the over on that.
I think each team can get 30 by them. Each team by themselves will get 30 points at least.
There's too many stars in this game, dude.
Yeah, and Derrick Henry, please, for the love of God, get more than freaking
for the love of God
for 2 yards, man. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I need you in my fantasy, please. I need it.
Shannon's pleading.
He will answer that call.
I like it.
He's going to ball out this weekend.
Yeah, and so that was our last game of this week here. Let us know what you guys think on our side over there. Obviously, we're not professionals, but I think we've been doing pretty good. To be honest with you, our record of the games winning
slate-wise, yeah,
not too bad. Yeah. And we got to win on a bet, so you guys can leave us the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Shannon, what was your game of the week last week?
Last week, I said the Eagles versus the.
And you said Eagles would win? Okay, so you were on that?
I won.
We gotta get our dry erase board so we can start marking these down.
We do.
Ooh, yes.
So some key injuries this week, like we were going over. A lot of quarterbacks are hurt this week. Jaden Daniels is out, and officially Marcus Mariota is playing. J.J. McCarthy is out this week for the Vikings, and we got
Carson Wentz,
thank you. I couldn't think of his name. Joe Burrow is out, so they got Browning in, and then Justin Fields is being replaced right now because of injury with Tyrod Taylor.
Yes, sir.
Talk about a throwback name right there. I haven't heard.
He's been around forever.
Yeah, bro. He's one of those dudes, and he's like a little bit of a smaller version of Michael Vick, in my opinion.
He also went to Virginia Tech too.
Oh, did he really?
They went to the same school.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully, there's no other looming.
Speaking of Michael Vick, Tyrod Taylor posted a photo with his dog.
It wasn't Tyrod.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Murray.
Kyler Murray. Yes, dude. What the fuck was he thinking doing that?
Kyler Murray. So you know who Michael Vick is, right? It's fine if you don't.
I know the name.
Michael Vick was a very controversial player, was a golden boy in the NFL for a while. He was a Atlanta Falcons legend, and to be honest with you, a Philadelphia Eagle legend when he went on there.
There too.
He got busted for running a illegal dogfighting ring with pit bulls.
Oh, no.
It's fucked up, very fucked up. So he got kicked off Atlanta. He went to jail for a little bit, didn't he? Wasn't he in prison for
He went to Leavenworth Penitentiary, which is actually in Kansas.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. Yeah. He went to jail for a little bit, then came back and said he was a changed man. And he's donating all this shit to dogs. Like, fuck you, bro. In this household, me and Shannon's household, we were animal lovers, so that's fucked up. But so that's the whole thing. So Kyler Murray, Arizona's quarterback, posted this week of him in a Michael Vick jersey with his pit bull in front of him. I'm like, bro, are you fucking stupid?
It had to be a joke.
No, it wasn't.
It's one of those things where you don't mean it, but it just looks bad.
It's stupid.
Yeah,
it's just like
nobody would go out to the world and do that. You wouldn't.
But you know what's crazy is these guys have PR teams. I know they do. You're telling me like these guys are just like, yeah, go ahead and post it. Let's see what happens. It's like they're just setting you up for failure.
Your sponsors.
Yeah, no, fuck no.
I feel like the teams have PR teams, but I don't know if the players each have their own.
Quarterbacks,
because they all have their agents and like their own team itself.
Yeah,
This is a bad move, dude.
NFL
quarterbacks,
definitely. If this was like a random dude that like Mr. Irrelevant that just happened to get drafted, no, he probably doesn't have the PR team.
Kyler Murray's also the guy where they said he was playing too much Call of Duty and not studying the playbook, bro. He's just living life.
He's living his best life.
Living on a vibe, bro. Yeah. Just straight vibes.
You know how you said if you were the Miami's coach, you'd sleep fine at night? That's how he is. He's like, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
It's fine.
A lot of these guys should be. I feel like a lot of these dudes make their lives way harder than it has to be. Like freaking Tyreek Hill with 20 baby mamas and all, and now he's getting investigated for domestic violence again.
They brought it up at the game last night.
Yeah, I know. I remember I was like, Jesus, dude. And I was like,
just airing out his dirty laundry.
Well, and the thing that's funny about it is this dude's like 5'6".
He is like tiny out there.
I'm like, I feel like some people can just pick his ass up. Just like toss him.
That's true.
People like the money, I guess. That's what
money talks.
Money talks. Money talks. All right, Nolan. So, what kind of parlays did you make this week?
So, at one of my 6-leg parlays, I have the Bucks over the Jets.
Okay.
I'm taking the Rams spread at plus 7.5.
Oh shit.
I'm taking the Packers over the Browns. I'm going with Indiana Jones again. The Colts over the Titans.
Indiana Jones.
Bengals over the Vikings. And then Seahawks over the Saints. So these odds are plus 908. $5 will get you $50.
Oh, shit. I like that. I like that.
They seem pretty safe, to be honest with you.
I mean, to be honest with you, I agree. So my moneyline parlay has a little bit of a similar little vibe for it. I got the Bucks over the Jets. I got the Steelers over the Pats. I got the Colts over the Titans. Bengals over the Vikings, Ravens over the Lions, and Chargers over the Broncos. Let me see. The odds were... Sorry, I didn't write this part down. Bad podcaster.
Oh, man.
I know. Terrible, terrible.
What are you doing?
Terrible. Let's see. Jesus, I hate how this shit makes me log in every fucking week.
I know,
dude. God,
Hard Rock, fix that shit.
Hard Rock, bro. It's fucking me. You know it's me. So the odds on this one are plus 1,799. So $2 wins you $37. And then I also have an anytime TD parlay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This one, you're good. This one's a fun one. There's a couple I'm scared of. Anytime TD parlay. I did a 5-legger. Bijan Robinson scoring anytime. Deebo Samuels, Saquon Barkley, Justin Jefferson, and Mike Evans anytime touchdown. $2 wins you $48.
Mike Evans is due, man.
That's what I'm saying. He hasn't gotten one yet this year.
Due for one.
And the odds on that were plus 2,309.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I like it.
So one of my other guys too, he's due for one, CD Lamb.
He's been pissing me off every fucking week.
They're playing the Bears too. They
That's
don't
true.
have a defense. And I'm also going with Cowboys running back Javonte Williams.
Really?
I think he might have 3 this season already.
Okay.
Let's just keep that train rolling. I think Derrick Henry's going to have a big game on Monday night against the Lions. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown, their opponents, he's going to ball out too. I think he had 3 touchdowns last week, so get a couple this week, please.
5, 4 or 5.
It would help. And then Jonathan Taylor for the Colts, and then Bijan Robinson, I went with that as well, for the Atlanta Falcons.
Nice. And what do you win?
So this is plus 2,100 odds. $5 gets you $110.
Ooh. Nolan's feeling spicy this week.
Very spicy.
I like it. And Shannon, what is your game of the week?
So I wrote down 2 just because I was going to go with the Chargers versus the Broncos, but you talked about that one and pretty much said everything that I was going to say about them.
Okay.
So I had Chargers for the win. But I'm going to go, the game of the week is the Jags versus the Texans.
I like that.
I like it. Divisional game.
That's good.
And I think the Jags, like you said, they've been looking really good. Mm-hmm. They're kind of, getting their shit together where they are making big plays. ETN's running it really good. So I think they're due. They just need to hold it all the way through the fourth quarter.
I agree. We were up 14, or what? Was it 21-7?
Oh, they shit the bed, dude.
Yeah, like 100%. No, I agree with you. And the thing that's crazy is, like, our offense looks great. This is probably one of the best offenses I've seen in a long time.
Because we're running the ball, man.
Yeah.
It opens up everything.
Well, we're running the ball. Lawrence is still missing some passes here and there, but he looks pretty sharp. I don't think he's making just terrible decisions left and right.
Overall, you can definitely tell he has more confidence running the style of offense.
I agree. I feel like it's more of a college-style offense as well. Like, a lot of, like, run run pass options. Also, I love the movement that they do.
Yes, bro.
They're moving players around, seeing what the defense is giving them.
Yeah, Washington is looking good too. He needs to be in every fucking snap.
He's a beast, dude. And he's our was he kick return or punt return? One of those two.
I think punt return. He might do both.
Yeah, he's a freaking monster, man. He came out last year, and I remember like his like first touchdown ever. He ran the ball down to the end zone, turned around, and, like fell backwards on the ground with the ball. I was like, that's some shit I like to see right there.
Yep. So that's my official game of the week.
I like it.
Jags to win all the way.
Hell yeah.
Did we talk about next week's Thursday or this week's Thursday night game? Let me see.
I don't think we did.
Let me see real quick.
We might have mentioned it a little bit. The Dolphins at the Bills.
Okay.
Where Tua threw that just horrific interception to end the game.
We had, so for everybody here,
no.
me and Nolan were cooking up some bets last night, and all we needed for one of the bets was Achane to score a touchdown.
Yeah, so we had a 3-leg anytime touchdown parlay.
Yeah.
It was Cook, Buffalo Bills running back.
Yep.
And then it
Kincaid.
was Kincaid, their tight end for the Buffalo Bills, and then Devon Achane, the running back from the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And Achane scores almost every game he plays, and this was the one game he doesn't.
Yeah, that was tough. And then we made a 4-leg one where Josh Allen needed to score as well as all the other players we named. And Josh Allen looks like he's going to run it, flicks the ball off, and fucking scores a touchdown with another tight end. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, run that shit in.
It's so infuriating, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, I know your nose is broken, but fuck, man. I'm like, run that fucking ball in for us.
Especially like when, like you said, every other bet is hitting. You just need that one last one, and they're so close.
Oh, I know.
And then it's just passed off.
Yeah, it was gross.
And we had our one opportunity last night. It was when it was the Dolphins' last touchdown that Tua threw to Tyreek Hill on that play action boot or whatever.
Yep.
Just run the damn ball.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, it was a tough world last night. But like I said, we're going into this week. We have a win on the board. That's all.
Just keep stacking them.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So we're gonna do our thing. We're gonna see how Shannon's game of the week goes. You've been pretty on point, if I remember correctly. I think you're like 2-0, right?
No, I'm 1-0 because
Or
freaking
you're 1-1.
Henry got that fumble that week that the Ravens played.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Week 1.
So I'm 1-1.
1-1. That's not bad. It's okay. We're surviving out here. We're thriving. Let us know what you guys like about the set. Shannon got these flags, by the way. I thought this was pretty sick.
Yeah, spice it up a little bit.
Spice it up. Let them know all the teams and everything. But no, I think this is going to be a good week. I like our bets this week. We're going to tell each other so we can see what happens.
Feeling confident.
We're trying to win some fucking money this year, y'all.
It's the goal.
I can't. Oh, so before we get out of here, did you watch Bustin' with the Boys this week?
Yes, I did. You saw how much Taylor Wan threw down?
50. So Taylor Wan is
That was insane.
the Bustin' with the Boys guys. So Taylor Wan went to Michigan, and the other dude, Will Compton, went to Nebraska. They both played for these teams, and they do a thing now where they're like big with ESPN. They're big with both these teams because they obviously are alma maters. And on the podcast this week, Taylor Wan he was drafted what? He was like,
I think he was 11th overall to the Titans in 2012.
as a lineman. That does not happen, by the way. So he was the highest paid offensive lineman ever, if I remember correctly, when he first got in. This man bet $50,000 that Michigan.
And we'll bet 1,000.
That shows you the difference.
Little boy does that, bro.
100%.
Yeah.
But you can tell who made the money in the NFL.
Oh yeah.
Like, not hating on it. I love both of them on the pod, but yeah, $50K. And then Will Compton bet 1,000. He's like, yeah, I put a big bomb on this. And he's like, how much is a big bomb? He's like, okay, 1,000, which $1,000 would be a lot to me. Mm-hmm. You know, it would have to be a sure fucking thing for me to throw $1,000 on a game because I'd be punching the air and the walls if I lost.
In the walls. Yeah.
If you came home to me and said, "Hey, I just bet $1,000 on this game," I'd be like,
it's time
you
to
did
stop.
what?
It's time to stop. Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to delete
1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Give me the phone.
Yeah, Hard Rock is getting deleted off your phone now. Hard Rock, make sure you sponsor the podcast, man. Let us get some bets. Can you imagine having a Degen Bets fucking slot on there?
Oh god,
that'd be sick.
That would be insane.
That'd be great.
That'd be freaking sick. But it's gonna be a good week, y'all. Week 3 of the NFL. We got some hope. The Jaguars aren't terrible.
No, we won a game before September was over this year, so that is huge.
It's a solid start to the year. Solid, and we got a big division game this year. So we're excited. Or this week, pardon me. So no, super exciting week. I think this is gonna be a fun time. Is there anything else you guys got?
Go Duval.
Duval.
I'm good. I hope they all hit, man.
Duval.
Duval.
as our coach would say. Alrighty, y'all. Well, make sure you guys let us know if you guys are following our bets. Post it up on Instagram, Facebook, anywhere you guys are checking out our content. We love to see the bet slips. If you guys are tailing them, put them up on there. If you guys also have some good bets that you want to send our way as well,
send them.
Yeah, DM it to us on the Who Are You Pod page so we can have all that stuff on there. So again, Degen Bets is a part of the Who Are You universe. So make sure you guys go to all of our pages on there. It's gonna be at Who Are You Pod on everything from Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all the normal spots. Make sure you guys check out the YouTube channel as well. Follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff on there. It's gonna be Who Are You podcast. Go to our playlist tab and you guys will find Degen Bets on there. And like I said, every single week, if you guys feel like there's a good part or a part of the show that you feel like we're missing, someone we need to add to the show, let us know in the comments. We love all of our comments on there. Let us know what we can do better, what we can add, all that kind of stuff. We're trying to grow and make sure the show is as fun for you guys as it is for us. So make sure you guys check us out on there. And as I say every single week, y'all, it's been a fun week. I'm Connor.
I'm Nolan.
And I'm Shannon.
And this is Degen Bets, and we'll see you guys next week.